Yes, over to you.
Okay. Good afternoon, dear students. This is Praful.
Prafull, just wait for a minute. Our anchors will introduce you.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Sonal.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. If you've got the confidence and work ethic, you can make any dream come true. With this quote by Bret Hart, I, Kanak Mishra, with my co-anchor Ms. Sonal Gupta, would like to welcome you all to this Value Addition workshop on life skills, ethics, and human values, hosted by Amity School of Languages, Amity University, Lucknow, under the mentorship of our HOI, Professor Dr. Kumkum Ray. In the era where data has become the lifeblood of our interconnected world, protecting sensitive information and ensuring its confidentiality is of paramount importance. The increasing reliance on technology and proliferation of data driven systems have brought about new challenges and vulnerabilities, making the need for robust data security measures more critical than ever before. Yesterday, our guest speaker, Ms. Pratichi Bhattaria, talked on the topic of personal talents and skills in professional role. In her insightful session, she discussed in detail about the talent, skill, and ways through which we can identify our talents. She also highlighted the importance of skillful speaking, team spirit, and how we can utilize our skills in professional sphere.
Professor Dr. Kumkum Ray, the esteemed founder and director of our institute, who possesses an impressive 46 years of teaching expertise. She holds an esteemed Cambridge Honours degree from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University, and has made a notable contribution to academia with her outstanding PhD thesis on Henry Louis Vivenderozio, an Anglo-Indian nationalist poet. This earned her the prestigious Best Thesis Award. Professor Dr. Kumkum Ray is not only an exceptional educator, but also a dedicated social activist in the field of education. We consider ourselves fortunate to have her as a source of inspiration. She is not here because she is busy with some official work. As a Department of Literature and Languages, we strive towards building bonds and cementing the legacy of those who have been a part of our journey. For the very same cause, this session has been organized today, and it gives me immense pleasure to continue our everlasting ties with our cherished guest speakers.
We are honored to have with us our guest speaker, Mr. Prafull Kumar Yadav, who is going to deliver a lecture on the topic of utmost importance in today's digital age, which is data confidentiality and data security. Today, Mr. Prafull Kumar Yadav will share with us his profound knowledge and insights on data confidentiality and data security. We are fortunate to have this opportunity to learn from Mr. Prafull's wealth of knowledge and experience. This session will undoubtedly provide us with invaluable insights that can empower us to make informed decisions and take proactive measures to protect our data and privacy. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to Mr. Prafull and express my gratitude for his presence here today.
We advise you to be attentive throughout this insightful session. Towards the end of the session, all the participants will be required to mail answers to a few questions based on the talk. Only after the submission of the assignment will you be eligible to receive the certificate of participation. All the best. So now, I would like to introduce our esteemed guest, Mr. Praful Kumar Yadav, working in the Ministry of Home Affairs. He is a resident of Varanasi and has graduated from BHU Varanasi. He has done masters in English literature. He has worked in academics and in corporate. He is a data analyst and is currently working in the government sector. His expertise, apart from being an analyst, has been in the segments of geopolitics and social developments. He is a keen learner and loves to explore mountain trekking, learning culture, folks, etc. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Shraddha ma'am, and other faculty members associated with this workshop. So, in today's era, everywhere, we all know that we have been generating data everywhere. We go to the malls, we generate a data. We even walk on the road, we generate a data. We go to ATM, we generate a data. We go to some shopping center, movie theater, even in the colleges. We everywhere we have been generating data. So first, I would like to tell that the origin of this word data. Data is in itself is a plural, and the word, the singular, the actual original word is datum, which is a Latin word, and we have been using earlier this data in only in terms of the quantitative things, but now in the current era of the information technology, the significance and the actual meaning of this thing has absolutely changed. Now there is a specific knowledge, specific a degree like a data science, data analyst. So we can understand the thing on in today's era. Uh, we would like for next 25 to 30 minutes we would be discussing on this topic, and which is going to be crucial, especially for the students who are tech savvy, who are not non-tech savvy, but everywhere they are associated in some way or the other with this data management, data security, data sort of thing. So we would, Shraddha ma'am will be assisting me along with the this slides. I have got some functions, small functions in my laptop today. Hmm. So what is data? So we will, as we can see the slides, the data, any collection of facts, statistics, or the information in form of numbers, text, images, audio, video, and more that can be represented and processed by computers or used to make informed decisions. So earlier, the data, that means if I talk, I'll be using the both mediums, Hindi and English. So earlier, the data, it was just a term in the numerical things, like कोई आंकड़ा आपको इकट्ठा करना हो, population related, statistics related, then only we used to have this data and all. There was nothing like audio, nothing like images or video sort of things in data. But after the advent of the information technology in current in 21st century, the data it has got the various. I mean, it has got a huge form. It has taken a huge form. So any type of images, selfie you take, any type of video footage you shoot, everywhere you are generating data. So with the slide, we can understand there is, I have already discussed about it, quantitative data and the qualitative data. Quantitative data, it's represented by the numerical values and can be measured and quantified. So number of sales in terms of the business, temperature reading, population figures, and the survey scores, they all are covered in the quantitative data. The other one is qualitative data. The qualitative data is descriptive in nature. It includes the attributes, characteristics, and a descriptive form of the information. So, ma'am, would you please go to the next slide? Yeah. So, if we have been generating this much of data, there is a crucial question, a crucial topic pertaining to its security. So, what is security? Let me tell you, the security is like the data security pertains to the unauthorized access to any information, whether it is qualitative or the quantitative. The unauthorized access, to restrict that access, one needs some mechanism, and that mechanism is known to be in this general term, the security. So the data security is has become very important in this digital world, since it pertains to the data of large population, and you cannot count it in some I mean a limited number of GBs, gigabytes. There would be a big data system. So for a country like India, or for a country like US, big data system is evolved, and the data security becomes at the same time equally crucial. So protection from the unauthorized access, preservation of the privacy, maintaining trust, compliance with the regulation, and prevention of data manipulation. Those all are the aspects of the data security in the current scenario. So protection of the unauthorized access, like we have mobile phones, we have laptops, we have computer system. Everywhere we have some access control. In our phones, the students, we all are using, students, teachers, everywhere, everybody is using the mobile phone. Everybody has got some pattern lock. Very less people would be there who are not having a secret code, a passcode in their mobile phones. So the why we design a pattern, why we keep a phone password protected, only to control the access. So this access control uh, is the access unauthorized access of the unauthorized people. That means the mobile phone which belongs to me, I would only access to this phone. It is quite personal. It is quite confidential. It may have so many crucial things pertaining to the financial data, pertaining to the personal data, or so many other things. So protection of that unauthorized access is the part of the data security. It is actually the principal part of that data security, which a rickshaw wala or an auto wala, from an auto wala to the CEO of a multinational company, everybody would be having a mechanism which would control the access of unauthorized people to some device. So the next point is the preservation of the privacy. That unauthorized access is for what? That is for the preservation. Preservation of what? Preservation of some data which is quite private in nature. So that preservation of privacy, that is required to protect your data. The next topic is maintaining trust. What is this trust? The trust is that we share the data. Sometimes we share the data to companies, multinational companies. We go to the shopping center, we get a card, we get a membership card. What we give? We give some information, like you go to the trends, or you go to the max. They are having some offers. Offers is what? The draw of lots. You'll be given some prizes on the basis of draw of lots. If you are lucky enough, so for that you are getting something in free. But what you are giving in return? Everything in free. Whatever you are getting from the prices in the multi brand showrooms, to the access of your this Microsoft Teams, that application, from WhatsApp to Gmail, everything is free. The communication, we have been able to communicate with all of us through a Microsoft mechanism. So what we are sharing in return? We are sharing in return our data. We give the control while this downloading an application. What we do? We give the access control. Yes, 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 yes. The application may record the data with or without your permission. May record your call with or without your permission. May read your contact book with or without your permission. And then comes the AI and all other advanced things. So I'll be discussing it in next slides. So everything, whatever you are getting in today's era, which is free, that comes on the basis of some, on by dint of some, in lieu of some cost you have to pay. So common data security threats. There are we have become so vulnerable. We have become so exposed in the digital world. Not everywhere you will be getting the good people like you get in your institution, or you get in your department, or you get it at your friend circle. There would be people who would be acting as predator in terms of what? Predator in terms of uh, stealing your information, stealing your data, stealing your profile. not stealing directly your money, or they sneak into your home and they take away something. That is the thing of 90s. Now this is 21st century and we are living in 2023. What is crucial, the most crucial thing, the information. So the common threats you'll be having all in the digital arena, uh, you all must be knowing about it. I'll just polish it. It is malware. So the definition we can see, the this malware is the short of the malicious software. Any software specifically designed to harm or exploit computer system and network. Computer system, I think it would cover the everything, like your mobile phones, your tablets, your mm, anything which is digital and linked with the network. So it all comes under the computer. So the malicious software, what it does exploit to the system. And what it takes data from the back door. It can infect computers, smartphones, tablets, servers, and other devices, and I mean, taking away a very crucial information which may include your data related to the financial transactions, and data related to your behavior. So not just the finance, in terms of not just the financial that losses, you'll be prone, you'll be exposed to the those predators available present in the this virtual world. At the same time, multinational companies and their enabled AIs, artificial intelligence, they'll be studying and they'll be making a logarithm system on your pattern, on your behavior, like whatever you watch, whatever you shop for, whatever you go for, everywhere everything is being recorded. So if you are thinking that no, there is no nothing like that, I do not have a net banking system in my phone, I do not go for that, so there is no possibility of stealing data from your mobile. It's not like that. You are a consumer for them, a potential buyer, a potential consumer. So whatever you watch, whatever you see on your YouTube, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, everywhere, on the basis of the likes, dislikes, and the posts seen by you, watched by you, they will the artificial intelligence enabled things, they would start prompting with the similar contents to your profile of some social media platform, right? So in malware there are various types of malwares, malicious software. Viruses, you all know it, it already just in the in present in the this arena of virtual world since 90s or 80s, when the computer advent was there. A malware that attaches itself to legitimate files and spreads from one file to another, infects the whole system. So the other one is Trojan. So you must have this was the movie of Brad Pitt. The Trojan comes from that name only. There is a story, there is a legend in the name of Trojan. Then some kingdom was not being defeated, and the soldiers, they came in by hiding themselves in the form of the Trojan horse. So those people, they worship the horse in form of the god, something a divine thing they considered it, and the enemy was hidden in that Trojan horse. So it is disguised as legitimate softwares or files. They often create backdoors for attackers to gain unauthorized access. And after once the Trojan is installed in your computer system or in your mobile, it is very very difficult to get rid of this software. So it is something which is, even if you format your system, your tablet or your computer, the remaining of this Trojan would always be there in the motherboard of the main system. Ma'am, next slide, please. So after this Trojan and this password, there are some more this viruses in the name of adware, worms, So what is adware? Adware is something I would like to give you some example. You are searching some website, and at the on the same page you'll be seeing some advertisement, and sometimes what happens, even if you do not touch it, it would open. It would open by dint of only just clicking anywhere on the page. So such type of this advanced malwares are adwares that displays in the form of advertisements, or they redirect or navigate you to an ad-filled website. So try to avoid those websites, those untrusted websites, because there are more chances of getting exposed to the predators in the virtual world. So the next is worms, self-replicating malware that spreads over networks. Yeah, and this is worms are to slow down your computer system or the network. Phishing, phishing is another this security threat. By its name, it's clear that phishing is something which you go for phishing, and you just hold some your fishing rod, and you wait for the victim to come to your trap. So phishing is a type of cyber attack where attackers impersonate legitimate entities. Like phishing is something. If you have watched the web series, the famous web series named as Jamtara. In Jamtara, that is something which is related to the social engineering, but that is also a form of phishing. So in phishing, you would be prone to the threats of banking frauds, financial frauds, and online services, and well-known websites like if you are a user of a bank, State Bank of India. Sometimes what happens, the phishers, the attackers, they impersonate the website of SBI, and they would prompt you. They would send the moment you open the thing, in spite of getting the original website of SBI or some banking institution open, it opens an impersonated website, which is full of the this threat. And the moment you just feed your credentials, your username, your password, it gets recorded. What next they do? They just attack a financial threat onto your account, and you may lose the your money from some bank, or some credit card fraud. It may take place. So phishing is basically for the financial frauds and the banking related this threats. So they what do, they deceive individuals into revealing sensitive information. Like you go to the website, you think that yeah, it is originally the website of, it is quite similar to the website of State Bank, that interface of net banking, and you simply believe and you do it. Very often it happens that we go to website, and we do not check the credentials related to that. We do not even check the URL which contains the HTTPS in the initials. We see just the interface of the website, and we go with the flow. So you need to be aware while just making any transaction on this in the virtual world, and just take proper care of that. So now the next type of this phishing is spear phishing. It is quite targeted in nature. Like one specific this attack would happen to some specific person. So that is why it is called the spear phishing. So threat smishing is usually now the uses of short messaging services, which is SMS. It is very less in use, but for all the important financial transaction, it is only the thing in India being used, and it is the most trusted. Still, you'll be getting in the bulk messaging services, you'll be having some links, suspicious links, and which may lure, which is to lure you just in the name of some freebies, like some lottery system or something related to, as uh, it is something related that you just come in the trap. It's so luring, it's so enticing that you cannot stop yourself from clicking that thing. Earlier, like about 8 to 10 years ago, such type of smishing was being surfaced in the digital arena in India in the name of free data. When sometime the 3G was also not there, and the data 1 GB data rate of some particular service provider was in 250 or 300 rupees per GB. That time that smishing was introduced. The next this type of security threat is phishing attacks. This it is wishing. It is something, it is voice plus phishing. Phishing is just derived from two words. So phishing attacks conducted over phone, like impersonating legitimate callers to extract information, sensitive information, like financial data, financial fraud, credit card frauds. So very often you would be, having this experience. If not you, then someone in your friend circle or in your among your relatives, they will be having some voice calls. So Jamtara module is the prominent example for phishing. Please, next slide. So the next important aspect of the this our topic, data security, is the password security. So sometimes what happens, we make some profile and we just want to keep the password very dicey, like date of birth or 1234 or something like that. So when in this era, we should avoid it. Let me tell you one example. I was living sometime near a college campus. There, the free Wi-Fi was there. So its password was 12346 1234567 8, something like that. So in many colleges, the passwords, the Wi-Fi, unprotected Wi-Fi networks are enabled with password very dicey, or very like uh, this is not a password 1234567 8. So try to avoid having such type of dicey passwords. Weak passwords are, just prone to the threat of your data security. So the next is strong and unique password. You should be having nowadays all the financial institutions, they would expect you to have the passwords having at least one numeric, one special character, one this capital character, or uh, the combination of that thing. So try to have that. Multi-factor authentication, it has become now the mandatory feature of the financial institutions. Everywhere the two-factor verification or the multi-factor authentication is required to perform some financial transactions. So try to keep your data safe. Try to keep even your WhatsApp account safe. There is also two-step verification. I think one verification, this two-step verification feature is also there in your WhatsApp. So try to evolve that habit in yourself. Aware suspicious links, any type of links, if it is pertaining to your interest, if it doesn't pertain to your interest, if it comes from an unauthorized, unknown source, you should avoid it. Secure Wi-Fi networks, again, if you are going to some public place and where the Wi-Fi network is available, like some cafe, or like some this you are staying somewhere in hotel, or some at some other places which is public, try to avoid that network, because you never know what is going to happen to your data in that network. So Wi-Fi networks at the railway stations, at the malls, at the hotels, at the cafes, they must be avoided. Backup your data regularly. There is a feature in your WhatsApp. Everybody must have used this feature. Try to back up your data on regular intervals. So the next is the biometric authentication, fingerprint, facial recon. So this is the latest, the password security feature available in today's era. Apart from that thing, there are some more things which is still to be launched in the market. I'll discuss it some other time when it comes in the market. So next. Hmm. Protecting your online presence. So avoiding your online presence has become, it has become like impossible. So you should be up to date, and I won't ask you to avoid being on in the virtual world, because without it, even walking for a step is quite difficult has become. Hmm. So protecting your online presence. Presence is good wherever you are. You go to the road. You drive your car. You keep put on your safety belt. You go to the two-wheeler driving. You keep some helmet on your head. So uh, that is to protect you in the real world. And if you do not follow that thing, what happened? Accidents occur. You may lose your life, you may get injured. So to protect that thing, the government has evolved some things, like some regulations. We have to follow those rules. Similarly, in the virtual world, this is just 23rd year of the recent millennium, and we are so so new, so like just uh, amateur in this arena, that we do not have a proper mechanism of our own data security. So for that, the way we keep helmet while driving, the way we put on our seat belts in the car while driving, we in the same way we should be careful to protect our presence in the virtual world. So, what are those things? Some of the things I have already discussed, and some of the things would be discussed in the present and the subsequent slides. Know about social engineering. Social engineering is what? In terms of the data security, the engineering is nothing. It's just phishing, impersonation, pretexting. Like I would like to share an example which has occurred to me. One of my friends, he has been in quite good profile. From his profile, somehow I had added his profile on my Facebook account. So he had two this profiles. One profile was his original profile. Someone just stole all the data. It was the time when the feature of locking your Facebook profile was not introduced. It was like that you are opening your data, you have made a profile, and you have made everything public. Everybody can see whatever the content you are sharing, whatever the places you are visiting, whatever the posts you are liking. So some malicious that entity, what he did, he made a similar profile to the profile of my friend, and he just sent of this request to me. I thought, yeah, maybe he would be the same person, and because of some reasons, he would be having two profiles. So I did not inquire about it. After some time, I received a message from that profile demanding for some things, some favors, and all. So I was already in contact with him, so I just authenticated about it. So everything was clear that that profile was not was not actual being used by my friend. So impersonation is quite natural thing in colleges, in institutions, in the real world. We will be having this experience when a profile is being impersonated by some malicious people. Hmm. So try to know the social engineering, like phishing, impersonation. These things are quite necessary. Anybody, even if it is a friend, try to, before communicating on this virtual world, or before taking any crucial decision by dint of the communication made on the virtual world, try to be in person or at least on cellular call. not on any view IPs. So view IPs, I think you must be knowing, voice on internet portals. Hmm. So this is a review for privacy settings on social media. The next point, you should always keep updated with the social, I mean, whatever is going on in your social profile pertaining to the security, like two-step verifications in WhatsApp, locking your profile in Facebook, limited access to the persons whom you are not in touch with in the real world. So limit access to personal information on public profile. This is also one of the crucial points. Do not post everything on the social media. Do not post everything like your birth detail, your status, your college, anything. Do not post always all the things on your social profile if you want to get protected. So next slide. Ha. So one slide, I have done something for especially for the students. Why students are vulnerable? So you can go through it. Students are targeted by the cyber criminals. Why they are targeted? Oversharing, over presence on social media. It's like that. We go to some friends party. We go to some outing. We go to some cafe. We keep on posting everything on your on Snapchat, on Instagram, on your social profiles. So try to avoid the overexposure on the social media. Or if you are somehow you are connected, or you are over presenting on the social media, try to get do not try to get the followers. You do not increase the followers, like you don't know anybody from anywhere in the world. You don't know where they come from. You don't know what their intentions are to be in your following list. So try to have that access control. Reckless online behavior, that is one phenomena often seen in the students. Even when I was a student, I was in attending the college. Even I was also that one of this habit, reckless online behavior. What is this? The students often share a significant amount of personal information online, such as school details, college, when you left college, what course you completed, everything. So try to avoid such things. Academic pressure. Sometimes what happens, high stress pressure levels and tight deadlines, like you have to submit करना ही करना है जल्दी से, ये प्रोजेक्ट वो करना है. काफी कुछ स्ट्रेस आ जाता है. वेयर वी गो, वी ट्राई टू स्पेंड अवर टाइम. आजकल हम फ्रेंड्स के साथ मिलके हम बैठ के गप्पे नहीं लड़ाते. इवन इफ in a cafe we are sitting on a table, a group of 4 friends, 5 friends, दो तीन हमेशा वो they will be seeing their cell phones. So this has become the very common characteristic in the students. So try to avoid that. ज्यादा से ज्यादा इन पर्सन मिलिए. दोनों चीजें सही है, but there should be some balancing. So susceptible मत होइए. Such behavior it would make you susceptible to the cyber threats, nothing else. Trusting online interactions. So do not try, just I already just shared the idea. Do not trust anything, any communication, even if it is it is with your family member, even if it is with your friend. Do not trust just like that. Just try to authenticate from some other channel, like if I'm going to meet your college mate in a school, so try to have a talk over there also. So this way you can avoid any type of any possible cyber threat or cyber predators. So students may be more trusting of online interactions. ये सब हो गया. Why students are vulnerable? ये हाई डिवाइस यूसेज, ये भी हम लोग काफी ज्यादा करते हैं. मैंने वो कर दिया है शेयर, इसको आपको शेयर. हाँ, सिग्निफिकेंट टाइम हमें थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करना चाहिए. बाकी ओवर टेक्नोलॉजी और चीज है, ओवर रिलायंस. तो वी शुड नॉट ऑलवेज rely on the technology. Apart from the technology, there are some more things, human things. So try to get in human also. So this social media influence. One more thing is that social media influencer का बड़ा आजकल वो मतलब ट्रेंड है. तो उसमें भी हम लोग कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा कर देते हैं कि वी जस्ट लेट द डेटा गो जस्ट लाइक दैट इन द हैंड्स ऑफ authorized as well as the unauthorized people. हाँ, social media platforms play a central role in the lives of many students. The desire for likes, followers, and online validation may lead some students to overshare personal information or engage in risky online behaviors. So इस चीज को थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करिएगा. यहाँ पे मतलब इंस्टाग्राम एंड स्नैपचैट्स वगैरह में that there is a common tendency. You must be hearing the news. You must be following the trends. What happens by dint of cyberbullying and all those things there are. So try to get more in human and more cautious on in terms of the data security. Next. Madam, next slide. Shraddha ma'am, are you hearing me? Am I audible?
Sir, can you see the next slide? Cyberbullying?
Yeah. Fine. So cyberbullying is another this a very interesting phenomena. It is bullying like in movies of 90s or 80s. You may be some college based movies. There is some bullying like ragging or something. Similar thing, when I mean you come to the virtual world, the same thing would happen. Many a times, what happens? A person is bullied by a group of people in the virtual world only. Like I mean, couple of the years ago, I heard something. I mean, some bullying thing on social media, YouTube, between the YouTubers and the TikTokers. So cyberbullying is another thing. It refers to the use of the digital communication tools such as social media, instant messaging, email, or online forums to harass, intimidate, threaten, or humiliate. So try to avoid such things, to harass anyone, to intimidate, to threaten, or to humiliate. It is right now there is no particular law in this land, in our country, but sooner or later we'll be witnessing some law under the IPC pertaining to the cyberbullying. So we should avoid such behavior. Unlike traditional bullying, cyberbullying takes place in virtual world, making it accessible 24/7 and often more difficult to escape. Huh. So yeah, you must be watching the roasters and all. What that is also sort of bullying. So try to avoid that thing for the students and all. For people like us, such things are any behavior which may harm someone emotionally or mentally, we should avoid it. So examples of cyberbullying include sending hurtful messages or threats, spreading rumors or lies, online sharing embarrassing or inappropriate photographs or videos without consent, and excluding someone intentionally from online groups or conversations. Many times it happens in college, in even in our office also it happens. uh, like we have got the group of we have got a WhatsApp group, and so many things go on similarly the way it goes on in our real life. So try to be good human being even in the virtual world, but be cautious, be security vigilant. Next. Huh. This one is something, I like it, you may also like it. The advent of artificial intelligence and the new challenges. This is the most important, phenomena in the information technology era. Huh. The AI apps and the Chat GPT, you must have gone through it. Many of you, I think, you would have made some, thing in this Chat GPT and all. You have used it. So chatbots, automated voice assistants. You must be, you must be seeing in Zomato or Swiggy, unke jo customer care executives. So before introducing to some customer care executive to resolve your issue, they have introduced chatbots. They have introduced the automated voice assistants, and there are some certain types of set of questions or queries. They solve it, and when they cannot resolve it by dint of the chatbot, they just refer it to their the human executive. So AI is the current trend, and if you recently there, the latest movie of Tom Cruise, that is also that movie is also based on the artificial intelligence sort of thing. So, open internet, I would like to brief a little bit about this open internet, deep web, dark web, and 3D printing. So, if you know, then it is okay. If you don't know, then also it is okay. So, open internet, what is there on open internet? Let me tell you, the open internet is that consists the hardly 10% of the total data available on the computer. Like in open internet, like we are using the network through which we are connected. That is a part of the open internet. It is like whatever you Google it, whatever you search, whatever you see on your system in your mobile, that is the part of the internet, and that is hardly 10% of the total traffic of the internet. Then the question arises, where is the rest of the traffic? Like, where is the 90%? So that 90% is present in the deep web and the dark web. Mostly it is the dark web, almost 89 to 90%. That is, the part of the dark web that is used by smugglers, that is used for the purpose of this black marketing, criminal syndicates. So that is the dark web. It would, the significance of this deep and dark web is that, let me tell you the internet. Open internet is you go and you write something, some query, and it comes up with so many answers. So it is the part of the open internet. Now, what is deep web? Deep web is something, it is half open, half protected. Like the financial transaction, financial institutions, they use this network on the deep web. Like there should be some mechanism to this protect the data pertaining to the financial institution. Like you would require a username, you would require a password, and you would require a secure channel or a secure gateway to go through this. Like we go to perform some internet transaction, banking transaction on internet. It comes in the part of the deep web. Dark web is something which is, you cannot access on your this on this open computer or the mobile. For using this dark web, you would be required high speed internet. You would be required a high end phone, and of course the knowledge, because there is anonymity, total anonymity. You would be blind about the people. You don't know who they are, from where they are operating. Multiple, the last point is TOR, the onion router. It stands for T, the O stands for onion, and R stands for router. Dark web is used on Tor base. Tor is the name of the browser, which means it would make you anonymous. It would highly decrease the speed of your phone or your laptop in case if you start using it on your system, because a very high speed network will be required. Why is that required? You must have heard about the virtual private makes which makes your identity anonymous. So the onion router, what it onion is, it is made of multiple layers of security. Like when you peel the onion, you would be having the multiple layers, and at the last you'll be having nothing. only the layers and layers and layers. So the dark web, the users, the black marketers, and the criminals on in their syndicate, they use this dark web. So you can learn it from the internet more about it. The about Tor you can use it if you can try, but I would suggest try to avoid it. Next, please. Madam, would you go to the next slide? Yeah. Cyber breaches in India. There are some, case studies in the breaches. Like Bangalore-based edtech startup, an academy was targeted. What is the actually the harm with this big data? Like you are exposed to some, some threat to the cyber world. Huh? So there is example Bengaluru based this an academy, you must have heard the name. It was there was a cyber attack in January 2020, and 20 million user account were compromised. What would what would they do with this data? They would sell in the dark web. They would sell in the market, and just to establish, just to get some company or the institution benefited from your data, from your behavior, from your that commercial practices. So the other was in April 2019, the Mumbai-based local search engine Just Dial. These things are very common. Even I use when I go to some strange city. I use this Just Dial. What we leave in behind, we leave our information, we leave our data, we leave our name, our email address, our phone number, just to leave those data. What they do, they would collect it and they can sell it. There is no proper adequate mechanism system to protect your data, to make your data confidential in even today, because there was a bill I would discuss in the next slide. There is no proper evolved mechanism in our country. So on one another example is that on 22 May 2021, it was reported that Domino's India subsidiary of just had witnessed a cyber attack, and the data of 18 crore orders were leaked on the dark web. So they just hack, they make some cyber attack to some company where your data is kept, and they would sell it in the dark web. You won't know what is going on with your data. So try to be protective. Next slide, ma'am. We would discuss what laws of the land say. What is the law right now pertaining to the data confidentiality and the data security? Data security, you are responsible for your own security, but for the data confidentiality, one state or the one institution that needs a dedicated mechanism to protect your data. Digital Personal Data Protection Bill, it was introduced in 2022, and the law is still to be formulated. There is still no law about it, just there is a bill. 7 principles of the 2022 bill. Firstly, uses of personal data by organizations must be done in a manner that is lawful, fair to the individuals concerned, and transparent to individuals. So a data transparency mechanism is being introduced by the government in our country. Secondly, personal data must only be used for the purposes for which it was collected. Like if the data was collected for some specific purpose, that data must be used for that specific purpose only. So now the institutions, they would be held, after the formulation of the law, they would be held responsible or accountable for any type of data breach. The third principle talks about this data minimization. Data minimization is something, data, you won't be having more data beyond your authority, beyond your like if you are needing a data for population, counting for census purpose, you would be having from that data. You are not accountable to give any data to any authority or the institution. The fourth principle puts an emphasis on the data accuracy when it comes to collection. So accuracy should also be there. No data management, no data diddling or the data, manipulation. The data manipulation would also be, accountable in through this principle. So the fifth principle talks about how personal data is collected and cannot be stored perpetually by default. Huh? So data cannot be stored and uh, both are the things. They come in the fifth principle. The sixth principle, that is, should be reasonable safeguards to ensure there is no unauthorized collection or processing of personal data. And the seventh principle states that the person who decides the purpose and means of processing the personal data should be accountable of such for such processing. So these are the seven principles, especially
your data, yani to ensure that data confidentiality by some institution, whether it is public or the private. So this is what there are seven principles in the latest bill which has been introduced in 2022. Next slide, ma'am. We would discuss in the next slides some data principle and data fiduciary that pertains to the bill only. Data principle is someone whose data is being collected. Like if my data is being collected, the technical term would be used data the principle, and the data fiduciary is someone, the entity, the institution, the government, the organization who are collecting the data. So rights of the individual, what would be the rights of the individuals in this personal data protection bill PDP? B, that is access to information, right to consent, right to erase, right to nominate. Like without your consent, no one can take your data, no one can send it to anyone, no one can share it. Your consent would be needed, would be required. And when you want someone, some organization, some institution to erase it, they are compelled to erase. That is the proposal in the this bill. Data, there would be a data protection board that would like there are consumer forum, there is some guardianship. I mean the some by introduced by the state. There would be a data protection board nominated by the state, where in terms of any type of grievance you can get it redressed. So next is you can also go through the information technology, this intermediary guidelines and digital media ethics code rules 2021. So if you want more technical and legal information about it, you can go to this IT rules 2021 also, that mandates social media platforms to exercise greater diligence with respect to the content on their platform. So any type of social media platform like YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or any other platform, they are they are now held accountable for any type of social media. Post on their this platform. So any to deliberately, if someone is posting some content related which may have some repercussions to the law and order of the land, the platform, the service provider, the particular company would be held responsible for that as per this IT Rule 2021. So the advent of AI and new challenges, yeah, we have gone already through it. So this is it from my side. Uh, if you spend more on coffee than on IT security, you'll be hacked. So what's more, you deserve to be hacked if you spend more on your, coffee time. So please be secure. The IT security is very very crucial. Just like मैंने mention किया, रोड पे चलते हो हेलमेट लगा लेते हो, कार ड्राइव करते हो सीट बेल्ट लगा लेते हो. Similarly, सर्व करो और पोस्ट करो, कुछ भी करो, take proper precautions that pertains to the cyber security. धीरे धीरे हम लोग बहुत इवॉल्व हो रहे हैं आईटी में, एंड आई थिंक in coming years we would be having more appropriate, more accurate mechanism for our data security, right? So thank you. Now आप अगर किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो प्लीज.
So the session was
Sonal,
very
unmute
informative
yourself.
and insightful.
You're not audible. uh,
I have unmuted. Am I audible now?
wait.
Yes, you, Sonal, you are audible.
Okay, okay. So the session was very informative and insightful, and it was our utmost privilege to hear from you. But
I
the
still
session won't
cannot
serve
hear
its
you.
purpose. Hello, am I audible?
Some network error. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But the
I can
session
now.
won't serve its purpose if the audience would be in doubts. So the house is open for all, and if anyone has any doubt, they may raise their hand or write in the chat box. Okay, so the first question is, since we use lots of PDFs, is there any way to identify malicious files?
Malicious side.
Yes.
Look, anything you are having from an unknown source, you know, everything which is unknown, consider it to be malicious. Like today, I received couple of the this request on my Instagram account. It is not associated or connected with any of my friends. I did not accept it. I just avoided it. So the best thing is this: आप रोड पे चलते हो, अगर कोई आके आपको हिट करता है, like if someone comes and talk to you, if it his I mean he or she is associated with you in college or in your colony, you talk, right? And in case of a stranger, you avoid it. The best thing is avoid it. If you do not know about this some link which has been sent from an unauthorized person or unknown source, you should avoid it. There is only this way. Don't click it and don't go to that to navigate to that thing. Otherwise, again, you would be the victim of that cyber threat.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The next question is, how can we spread awareness about data security threats to the people who are not familiar with technical terms?
Like see, the more you learn, the more you learn about the things, you would come to know about it. Try to see YouTube videos pertaining to the cyber security, pertaining to the data security, pertaining to your everybody. Everybody is actually security aware. Let me tell you one example. How many, I don't know how many people, how many participants are there in this group. So you just make a survey, consider it as a homework. Make a survey, how many of you, how many of the students, they have kept their phone without a password protection. If the answer is zero, everybody is security conscious. In their unconscious mind, they are conscious, but consciously they are not conscious. Like theoretically they are not conscious, but practically they are. So everybody can, practically they are conscious. Like you are keeping a password protected phone or a pattern enabled phone. That means you are conscious about the security. You are conscious about the unauthorized access to your smartphone. Similarly, if you are go in deeper, like if you are visiting some site, if you are visiting some something, if you are browsing, try to be specific. Whatever you are searching for, don't coming in the lure of anything. So try to get that, and everybody is conscious. वो just bring it to the practice of learning.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for clearing the doubts. This brings us to the end of the 9th day of the value addition workshop. We thank all the dignitaries, faculty members, student coordinators, and audience for your patience and participation. The assignment has been posted. Please complete and submit it latest by 8 p.m. today. The assignments must be completed on time to be considered for certificates. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining this session, and we wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you.